The first weekend without football, the first week has started without football. And already a bunch of chatter, man. Look, as these guys go ahead and run their mouth, we're going to go ahead and run the intro. Look, man, just in case y'all forgot, this is who I am. This is right here is what I do. This is the Diamond Crew. But I want to give a shout out to my G's and my OGs. But you already know what to do. But if you're new to this channel and you like content like this, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to like, I need you to comment, I need you to subscribe, I need you to share this, I need you to hit that notification bell so you always up to date and you know on how to drop these videos. But look, man, today we're going to start off on a positive. Eagles and Ravens, a landing spot for running back Derrick the King Henry. Man, and you know, we just came up off of this like last season. And it was right back again. Reports are, you know, Derrick Henry is trying to get to where he can win. You know, he's been in the league. He's 30. He's been in the league a little bit now, you know, and he's trying to win. And he's trying to get to a team that's closest to winning. So the Eagles, we know, can, you know, how we putting something together like he always does, you know, we can get right back in striking distance. You know what I'm saying? And the Ravens, we already know, they probably like a running back away. Even though I think they running backs did pretty well last season, but they did have J.K. Dobbins, who he can't ever stay healthy. So, you know, this would give them some more, just another back. But, you know, for the Philadelphia Eagles, man, and to get a guy like this, man, I got mixed feelings about it. Like it's Derrick Henry, bro. Like it's Derrick Henry. We would love to have Derrick Henry. I love Derrick Henry. I think he's a great running back. He's going to end up being one of those gold jacket guys, you know. But at the same time, man, at what cost? At what cost? Because if I could have Swift and Henry, oh my God, yes, come on, bring it on. But the money not like that. So, you know, it's a lot of stuff we got to talk about there. So, you know, will the Eagles go out and get Derrick Henry? I don't know. You know, am I opposed to it? Definitely not. But I do want to talk about our running back that we currently have. I am a fan of DeAndre Swift, and I love DeAndre Swift in the backfield for the Philadelphia Eagles. So, like I said, the Baltimore Ravens and the Philadelphia Eagles are top landing spots for Tennessee Titan free agent Derrick Henry. Look, man, he going somewhere and he trying to get a ring. And who could be mad at that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm ready to see him get a ring. And if it's with the Philadelphia Eagles, let's do it. That'll be another piece, another chess piece to put on the board. And we'll see how that goes. You know, it's been a lot of people saying that, you know, if he comes over here, then Jason Kelsey, you know, will probably stick around one more year, you know. But I mean, I don't know about that. I don't know. I mean, it's something. This is all speculation, and I'm not about to sit here and just speculate all crazy. And I don't really know what's about to go down. You know, but I'm definitely going to be here watching, waiting. You know what I'm saying, to report on it. And I'm in a good spot right now as a Philadelphia Eagle fan, because it's looking like the Eagles are making a running back a priority. You know, even, you know, with DeAndre Swift coming off 1,000 yards, and, you know, Derrick Henry had 1,000 yards, you know what I'm saying? But these are two different style backs, you know what I'm saying? So if you can work something out and get both of these running backs, you know what I'm saying, I would be A-okay with that. Like, I'm not about to, you know, get upset about that. But at the same time, I just know that the money, with us having to pay all these other people like Landon Dickerson, and we're going to have to give Schmitty some change. You know, we're going to have to pay some guys. We're going to have to build up this defense, especially on the back end, because we got to make something shake right there. We have to. So I know the money is not going to be there. So having two premier backs like that, man, I just don't see that happening. But I can tell you this right now. If you get a Derrick Henry, you know what I'm saying? And if you get and you keep DeAndre Swift, that is a Super Bowl in itself. But like I said, man, I don't really see that happening. I don't really see that happening. But like I said, man, if it does, we're gonna report about it. We're gonna be happy about it. We're gonna do our thing. But for now, man, we're gonna keep it right there. But real quick, man, like I said, man, how I started the podcast, all the chatter is happening. It's on now. There's no more football. So people gotta start talking that trash. They have to. And it seems like it's like an annual thing for Mr. Chris Sims, man. This is what Chris Sims, said about Jalen Hurts, man. He said, I respect a lot about Jalen Hurts, but I think Jalen Hurts is also the most overrated player in football. That's me. I know I'm wrong. I take a lot of crap about that comment, but he plays quarterback for a team that's an all-star team. They have the best O-line in football. It's not even close. I just think if you put some other quarterback in Philly, you put Kyler Murray in there, you say, damn, Kyler's amazing. Is he the MVP of football? Bruh, how can you sit here and say that it's an all-star team when we had the worst rated defense in the league? Jalen Hurts couldn't put up enough points. He couldn't look when it all fell off when Jalen Hurts stopped being Superman, bruh. And that's a fact. So how could you say he's on an all-star team or whatever? What does he say? What did he say? He said, yeah, that he's on an all-star team. That might be an all-star offense. I'll give you that. We should be an all-star offense, but we had our struggles this season as well. So how could you say that? How could you say that right now, coming off of the 7-game losing streak that I just seen? How could you even fix your lips to sit here and say that we got an all-star team? Half of this defense that you've seen last season is not going to be there next season. And I can guarantee that. So, it's the idiocracy. It's the stupidness. That's the stuff that get us burnt up, especially when you talking about our quarterback, man. I'm telling y'all right now, man, Jalen Hurts, under Kellen Moore, it's going to be good. It's either going to be great or it's just going to be good. But I think we could do a little bit better than good. I think Jalen Hurts is going to flourish in this offense, this Boise State offense. I think Jalen Hurts is going to flourish, man. And that's how I feel. How can you sit here and say that he's overrated after he outperformed Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl? He lost. You got to look, man. These internet gangsters. He lost, but at the same time, he still played very well. You know what I mean? And I don't discredit him for the work that he put in the Super Bowl, in that season, when we was 10-0. I don't discredit that work. When he was considered an MVP, I don't discredit that, man. And I appreciate that as a fan. Continue to put that work in, man. And I promise you, man, you're going to get us a Super Bowl ring. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how I feel. But Jalen overrated now, man. You already know we going to have something to say about that. You already know that. You know what type of fan base we are. We're not having that. It may be a certain bunch or a certain group of people that feel a certain way about Jalen Hurts and think that he's not the guy. But guess what, man? Majority of the fan base is behind Jalen Hurts, and we know what we have in him. Pause. We know that he is a great thrower of the football. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, does he have a struggle at times? Yes. Did he come into the league being a great thrower? No. But the development is crazy. And you, an all-pro quarterback, like, come on, bro. You can, like, you have a down season or a bad stretch of games, and now you about to tell me that Jalen Hurts is overrated. Look, man, as y'all know, the Philadelphia Eagles will be opening up the season, you know what I'm saying, next year, because we already, like I said, we already getting geared up We already got the ball rolling. You know what I'm saying? We already digging into this season, this 2024-25 season. We already putting boots to ground, and we trying to figure out what we about to do to make this team better. But so as you already know, the Philadelphia Eagles will start the season on a Friday, September 6th. And guess what, man? I think it was a few guys who feels like this is the matchup that you're going to see Philadelphia Eagles versus the Cleveland Browns. And I don't really have much to say about this. I just thought it was cool. You know what I'm saying? I don't really have much to say about that except let's get it on. Pause. You know what I'm saying? I'm already ready to get back to football. You know what I'm saying? So if that's the team that's on the menu, you know what I'm saying? Let me at them. Let me at them. For real. But like I said, man, we have been getting ready for the 2024-25 season. We've been hitting up the mock draft heavy. I only did 2 of them, you know what I'm saying? But I definitely put some work in on both of them. I feel like I can improve on both of them, but I definitely have fun doing both of them. You know, I love this time of the season when we can get those guys added to the roster, you know, who can help this team out. And we can do the footwork and the leg work, you know, just like a scout and see, you know, look at film and, you know, check them out in the Senior Bowl and all these places. Like that's fire. You know, like, okay, man, I think this guy would be great for my team, or I think this guy would be great for the team because of this. And then, you know, when it happened and that player pan out, you know what I'm saying? You look like a Nostradamus. And I already, look, man, I love football, man. I love it. But look, man, this is the first mock draft that I did by myself. And I really like this draft because, you know, I really addressed a lot of the key issues, you know, that we had going into the season. And if you look at this right here in the bottom right, I got me a 2025 Tampa Bay first round. I've been killing those. I've been getting those. You know what I mean? Howie, if you need help, just let me know, bro. How they got it. I got all that you need. But check it out right here, man. We got my guy at 26. Obviously, I had to trade back. I picked up Cameron Kitchens. This dude is amazing, a great safety, you know, and I feel like that we need to beef up that safety room, especially with, you know, Bayard probably not being here and Sidney Brown being hurt for probably half of the season, this upcoming season. So we got to fill that safety room up. You know, we probably going to address it either in the draft or we're going to address it in free agency, which is coming up as well. So like I said, man, I am picking the cornerback. I am picking players on the back end, because that is where I feel like we have the most issues besides linebacker. Those are my 2 concerns, the back end of our defense and basically the linebackers, because we have had issues all season. And as you can see, my second pick at pick 50, which I was like, how is this dude even here? Like, this guy is amazing, cornerback from Missouri, and it's Rick Straw Jr. Like, this dude is crazy. And y'all let me pick him at 50? Wow. And then we about to go on to pick 53, man. I thought this pick was important, man, because, you know, the Philadelphia Eagles need help at the wide receiver group. I mean, we already know that. We got Quez Watkins as our third guy. I'm tired of seeing Quez Watkins. I'm not going to lie, like, I wasn't a fan of Quez Watkins in the beginning, but Quez Watkins did not pan out. Quez Watkins is not the guy. I would love to see Quez Watkins off of this football team. I'm not sure how we want to dispose of him, but we got to get rid of him. That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Personally, probably a great guy. Look, nothing against you, bro. But when it comes to football, you drop passes. You did that in the Super Bowl. You drop passes, you know, where Jalen was, you know, he threw it to you, bro, and it was a perfect pass. If I could put this in, I'm going to put it in, pause. But it was a perfect pass in the Super Bowl against the Chiefs, bro, and Quez alligator armed it. Quez dropped it. I don't understand why receivers get the dropsies when they play for the Philadelphia Eagles, especially the ones who we draft. And then when they go somewhere else, they get extensions. You know what I'm saying? Like Nelly out there getting extensions. Shout out to you, bruh. Shout out to you. you got your extension. Pause, because you play, you play well, and you got a good, you got that cohesion with Lamar. You know what I'm saying? So look, man, I'm getting off on a tangent. So here we go, man. Like I said, I went wide receiver with Lad McConkey, wide receiver from Georgia, and then I went straight to linebacker. I wanted to address linebacker early, but Edgerrin Cooper, my favorite linebacker, and Trotter was going because I traded back. So if those two guys aren't there, then I got to definitely fill up the back end. Pause. But 97, at pick 97, I picked Peyton Wilson, linebacker from NC State. This guy played in the Senior Bowl, played amazing. He practiced well. He looked just like Dallas Goedert. He's one of those guys who I would trust in putting into this lineup. And then at 159, you already know we got to address the running back position because there's so much uncertainty there because how we don't like to pay running backs. He like to bring these guys in here on 1-year deals and then get them out of here. So I had to address the running back room instantly with Isaiah Davis, and then I went back to and got another receiver because, like I said, man, I'm high on receiver this year, and I picked basically the best available, which was I don't even know how to say his name, Aeneas Smith, wide receiver from Texas A&M. I really got to do my homework on him a little more. I did go check out his highlights, but I like to dig in a little deeper, pause, and check out some film on him. But that's coming up. I'm definitely moving through these mock drafts, and now this gets me familiar with these players. I can go check these players out, see what they about. You know what I'm saying? But at pick 177, Zion Tulupu Futini edge, because we got to address that position as well, especially with the uncertainty of Hassan Reddick. I mean, we know I want Hassan Reddick here, but we don't know what's up yet. So we still trying to work through that. But I definitely think having a lot of edge rushers is imperative and important because that definitely puts that pressure on the quarterback. And it's also important to set the edge. I've seen Sweaty get basically blocked, or he don't set the edge, the running back get outside of him, and it's, 50 yards, 30 to 40 yards. It happens. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely love having edge rushers. And at pick 188, Garrett Greenfield, offensive tackle from South Dakota State. We also want to make sure that we address this offensive line as well, because that's how we move. I wouldn't be surprised if Howie came out and picked up Tyler Guyton with the first pick if he was still available. I wouldn't be surprised. That's how we move. But if you do that, Howie, and it don't pan out, it's going to be one of those Jalen Reagor, J.J. Arcega-Whiteside style draft picks. And I know you don't really want that pressure. I know you don't want that pressure. But this one right here, man, was the second mock draft I did with my guys. And look, man, this was real fun, man. I had a blast. As you can see, my guys sitting over there. We got Daga up top, and then we got Quezzy right below him, and then we got Hada, right below Quezzy, and then we got my dog Wheezy, and all of us, we all did a draft, and it was fire, man. I had a real good time. I even went back and had to watch the replay because it was funny as hell. So if you ain't go check that out, make sure you go check it out. It's on either one of our channels. Make sure if you ain't subbed up to those guys, make sure you do that. You know what I'm saying? Because we a team, and that's how we rock. So let's look at this real quick. So at pick 23, obviously, Willing and Dylan, as Hada does. TJ Tampa, a guy who I'm very high on, who, my team helped me figure out, I think it was Quezzy. Quezzy was really the guy that was real high on TJ Tampa. And then I'm like, okay, I'm going to check him out. And I went and checked TJ Tampa out. Really good player. Wouldn't mind him on this team. A thumper, a guy who can tackle well, and that's what we need on this team. So then, like I said, man, like I've always been doing, I've been picking up safeties. I've been filling up this. That's my mentality because that's what I want to see. I went with pick 50. I went Kalen Bullock from safety from USC. So there we go again. Another player who is really good. He can do everything. He can tackle well. He can cover well. He can play the box if need be. And then we also got at 57. You see, I picked him twice, man. I'm high on this guy. I really like him. I think I traded up or something like that, and I seen he was still available, and I gripped him right up. Pause. Peyton Wilson, man, linebacker, NC State. Can't say enough great things about him. At pick 128, we picked Braden Rice, Jerry Rice's son. I'm not sure if that would happen. I did watch him in the Senior Bowl. I do like his body style. I do like how he plays. He's a big receiver. You know what I'm saying? He can go up and get the ball. You know what I'm saying? He can also find space. You know, he's just one of those guys, man. And I think that, you know, we would have the support from his dad if he did come to Philly. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe he want him to go to the 49ers. But pick 158, Xavier Thomas, excuse me. There we go. Like I said, addressing the edge. And as you can see, man, I went ham again on trading. You can see all the little blue dots. How it was Willing and Dillon, like Howie Roseman, all over the board. You know, as you could tell, man, I had a lot of picks. And you know, this was a Howie style draft, man, because I was all over the board trading around, you know, getting extra picks. You know, yeah, I didn't get exactly who I wanted, but you know, I was able to acquire a bunch of guys right here. But and then we have pick 161. We have Dalen Holker, really good guy. You already know I have to address the tight end position because we already know who our favorite tight end is, right? We already know that. We already know it. Who is it? Brock Bowers. I would do anything to get Howie to trade up and do all the things that Howie do to go up there and get Brock Bowers. But it ain't going to happen. It ain't going to happen, and I know that. You know what I'm saying? So I got to just still, you know, do my research on the guys that's behind Brock Bauer, you know, because these guys are talented, and it's a few guys who I wouldn't mind that's pairing up with Dallas Goedert because he needs some help because Jack Stahl is nothing but a blocker. I think he had like one catch this season. He really did nothing this season on the catching side of things. I mean, he is a decent blocker. I do give him that, and we do need people to block. But if we can bring a Derrick Henry in here or AJ Dillon, you know, and pair him with Swift, then you know he can help with the pass block. We just need to bring another guy in here, another big body guy who can help with the pass block. You know what I'm saying? So so we can use that second tight end if we need, right? Like so Dallin Holker was the guy who I picked. And then at 166, man, I picked up Aaron Casey, linebacker from Indiana. You know, a really good guy addressing that linebacker position. Still got that in mind heavy. And then at pick 169, I picked up Ray Davis. You know, I had to address the running back room here because, you know, like I said, man, the uncertainty there at running back is, and we got to make sure we trying to fill it up with some. We never draft running backs well. We never do. So, you know, obviously we know how we're not going to pick a running back or, you know, in the top, you know, the top 5 picks, you know, so, you know, we got to do what we got to do. I picked 170 Garrett Greenfield, offensive tackle from South Dakota State. Like I said, man, got to keep filling up the offensive line. It never hurt anybody, you know, to keep the fatties up there, keep them happy. At pick 229, man, we got Javon Briggs, defensive tackle from Cincinnati. You know, like I said, addressing that defensive line, keeping the front happy, keeping the front loaded, pause with a good rotation. You know, that's how you win football. And then right under that, the swindle of the year, like the pick that makes this all worth it. You know what I'm saying? If you think about it, the pick that make this, I probably missed on some players who I really want just to get that 2025 Tennessee first round. And I'm thinking in my head, Tennessee gonna be buns. They just lost their coach. They probably gonna be in the top pick in one of the early picks. So that pick could definitely pan out and probably get us that guy who we looking for. I'm always building for the future. I know people like to live for the now. And you know, sometimes the Philadelphia Eagles live for the now, and sometimes we live for the future, just like we did with that Isaiah Rodgers pick. You know what I'm saying? So, and then I got another pick right here that I got from Tampa Bay. You know, me and Tampa Bay, we've been putting in work together. I don't really know what that is because it got this more FPN tool. So, like I said, man, I worked it all out. I worked it all out, man. And it was one of those. I had fun, man. So like I said, I'm gonna continue getting into these mock drafts, trying to pick up some of these players who I haven't picked up yet, just so I could do my research on them and figure out, if they would be able to fit in this system that we have. And that's it, bro. That's it, man. Like I said, it's been a long video today. Pause. I ain't even wanted to be this long, but I got into that mock draft and all that other stuff. But like I said, man, if this video helped you out, man, please do the channel a favor. Please like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you always up to date, man. But until the next time, I'm out.